Yes.
Okay. This poem's really close to my heart, so I'll talk to you about it after I'm done, and then I'm going to do one short one after it. So. Sandra loved all things Barbie. Barbie clothes, Barbie backpacks, pink trucks, Barbie earrings, and Ken. Well, his real name was John. John was the most beautiful boy she had ever seen, the kind of 11-year-old Brad Pitt she had always dreamed of, and she had the imagination of a galaxy, a constellation, an intelligent design architect. She would close her eyes, place herself in John's arms right inside the playhouse, and everything would be okay. They took imaginary trips to Cancun. She loved the Travel Channel, because the sound of the ocean acted as seashell headphones, the noise-canceling kind. It would drown out the sound of a disintegrating marriage in the background. She would never have a husband like him, never get a divorce, never have to agree with the wife beater he wore so proudly, because princesses don't just live. They live happily ever after. And John was the type of glass slipper carriage, red pedal boy that would never raise his voice at her, and sometimes he wouldn't even speak when she had a bad day. Just pat her hand, kiss her forehead, and hum some song his mother used to sing to him. This was a fairy tale. At age 10, this was a fairy tale. The closest thing anyone could ever get to a fairy tale. Sandra was 10 years, 11 months, and 28 days old when she lost her innocence. And all she could remember from that night was the smell, the whiskey on his breath, the aftershave, almost like he tried to razor blade the sins away 5 minutes prior to damnation. The nauseating aroma of blood and semen poisoned her vocal cords and sin-coated her ribcage. Sandra was 10 years, 11 months, and 28 days old when her stepfather raped her, and all she could think of was John, that she would never be able to be with him, hold his hand again, and play with Barbies, because princesses live happily ever after. And what kind of prince would want her now? Sandra was 10 years, 11 months, and 28 days old when she lost her imagination, lost that twinkle in her eye, and she doesn't watch the Travel Channel anymore. Doesn't watch sunsets, she just sits and stares. Doesn't like the pink dresses she used to wear because she feels like a slut in them. You've never heard a 10-year-old soul cry, because they're too young to have tear ducts, too young to know agony, too young to learn to be vulnerable. And I just want to tell her she's beautiful. Tell her it's not her fault. Tell her she's an 11-year-old Job, an angel in God's eyes, being tried for something greater in life, but I can't. Because the closest I can get to her is 10 feet without her shying away, and she doesn't look at me the same way she did when we were 10. Sandra is now 23. She can't drink whiskey, can't be too close to anyone who does. Never travels, never smiles, never experiences the side-splitting laughter of our childhood. Sandra doesn't have any mirrors in her house, doesn't like to be alone, doesn't like shadows, and still sleeps with the light on. Sandra is a walking reflection of everything cowardice in men, everything grotesque and meaningless, the blank stare in a bus window. But I can't take my eyes off of her, because I know her inner soul like heartwork, and I refuse to give up on her. She is a walking, sleeping beauty, a Cinderella with a work ethic, an inspiration to every stepdaughter who is made to feel ugly. And I can't give her her childhood back, but I still remember what it's like to play dress up. I still live in a world where 10-year-old girls with a star-like twinkle in their eyes of their father, and beauty, real beauty, is found in the silver lining of her soul, and no matter how masculine or evil can take that away from